I'm at Amsterdam Schiphol Airport in probably one of the busiest days of the year. The summer school holidays start tomorrow, so everybody is wanting to get out and go on their summer holidays. The reason I'm here is that I'm finally flying with KLM, and I'm flying in the Queen of the Skies, the 747, that iconic aircraft that before too long will be gone from our skies, so I cherish every time I fly one of these things. This time I'm flying to Chicago in business class, trying out KLM's business class for the first time, so I'm looking forward to it and looking forward to getting over to America. So join me, we'll do it together. I do love flying airlines from their home ports because you get to experience their flagship lounges, the best that they offer. Here in KLM at Schiphol Airport, obviously, is their biggest lounge. And it's huge, it's massive. Unfortunately today though, beginning of school holidays, it is absolutely packed. I'm on the second level and this is not too bad. On the ground level, absolute pandemonium, line up for everything and very few seats available. It would be good to experience this during one of the quieter times. That said, my tip is get up here on level 2. There's an outdoor terrace. It's not all smoking, this is the non-smoking part. And you get some great views of the aircraft out there. How good's that? The only part of the lounge that was not packed was the full service restaurant on level 2, where you have to pay for your food and drink. When I got to the gate, the AvGeek in me made two exciting discoveries. The first is that today's aircraft, a 22-year-old 747, is one of the very few remaining combo aircraft. On this variant of the 747, the back part of the main deck contains extra cargo space rather than seats. KLM is the only airline still operating these combo aircraft, and I assumed that on this flight they were delivering extra tulips and cheese to the Americans. The second discovery is that we were parked right next to the freshly painted KLM commemorative 777. This one was celebrating KLM's 100th birthday, which is happening this year.
Good morning.
Sorry.
78A is upstairs.
Nice. Upper deck on the 747 in business class. Cheers. Here's to a great flight. Before we pushed back, the captain came out and spoke to us about today's flight, which I thought was a great touch. By now, I was also discovering the viewing benefits of sitting on the upper deck.
Thank you for your attention. On behalf of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, we wish you a very pleasant flight.
Now is also a good time to remind you to consider subscribing to my channel. It's free and provides hours of fun for the whole family. Business class on the upper deck of the KLM 747 is laid out in a 2x2 configuration. This means window seat passengers have to step over their seatmates to reach the aisle. That said, the upper deck of the 747 is a quiet oasis and almost feels like a private jet compared to the main deck, which on this flight was completely full. The seats themselves were very comfortable and well padded. The standard adjustments were available using this panel, and the footrest was also well padded. And of course there was plenty of legroom. Despite this being two abreast business class, the window seats still had a good degree of privacy. Storage wise, these seats weren't great. There is a space next to your shoulder where you can put small things. This is also where you find the universal power socket. There was a small storage space under the entertainment screen where I kept my amenities kit. My neighbour used this space to store his vintage analog Kindle. One advantage that the window seats have is that by using a pillow or a blanket, you can create an additional ledge next to the seat where you can put your laptop during meal times or other stuff while you're working. The tray table was, like the aircraft, old style. Working on it proved to be a bit of a seesaw. But you don't expect all the bells and whistles when you're driving a vintage car, and it's the same when you're on the classic Queen of the Skies. That's probably also the reason my PowerPoint didn't work and there was no USB port. I didn't sleep on this flight, but I did put the seat into bed mode to try it out. The Dutch are amongst the world's tallest people, and as such these KLM beds are very long. The width was also good, with the armrest lowering for extra space. This was a comfortable bed. The window seats have much more foot space than the aisle seats. However, remember you'll have to step over your seatmate when you need to go to the bathroom. Luckily, the space you step into between the seats is quite large. Once in the air, service started with a hot towel and a drink from the bar. I went with KLM's gin-based Flying Dutchman signature cocktail. Accompanying this was a choice of roasted nuts, or in true Dutch style, cheese. The attention to detail of the design of all of the service elements was incredible. Every glass, bowl, cup and dish was beautifully designed and crafted. The detail even extended to the menus, which were personalised for today's flights. The full menus are shown at the end of the video. Next it was time for lunch. I started with the smoked beef carpaccio, which was divine. Again, look at the attention to detail in the presentation of the whole meal. Everything is beautifully designed, with even the salt and pepper shaker coming to the party. For mains, I had the teriyaki chicken, which was also excellent. To finish, I had a dark chocolate house to accompany my cheese and grapes. Let's have a look at the entertainment system. First, the analog. This aircraft was also fitted with a high-tech streaming entertainment system via the KLM app, although I didn't use it. One thing to note, during boarding an announcement was made that in-seat power is not available to economy class passengers, it is only available to business class. That said, mine didn't work, so make sure that your devices are fully charged before boarding. The in-seat entertainment system was controlled using this remote. As you can imagine, the system was pretty retro, especially the route map. The viewing choices weren't bad, and I used this opportunity to watch some Dutch TV shows to help maintain my Dutch language skills. I ended up watching a program where a city and a country family swap houses for a week, and a lovely show about the stories of the arrivals area at Schiphol Airport. I also spent plenty of time looking out the window at those 747 engines and wing. KLM provides an amenity kit to all business class passengers, but sadly no in-flight PJs. The kit was stocked with all the usual suspects, including some striped red and blue socks. Before our arrival into Chicago, a light meal was served. I went with the pulled beef burger. Again, look at the presentation, or I could even say theming. I'm really impressed with the KLM design and catering team. The burger itself was very tasty and it certainly hit the spot. For dessert, we had warm apple pie. Then I finished it all off with an espresso. Before landing came another KLM business class tradition. The crew came around to give everybody a small Dutch house filled with gin. These houses are all modelled on real Amsterdam canal houses and have become a collector's item. Sadly, by now it was time to start our descent into Chicago. However, this flight would hold one more surprise for me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to prepare ourselves further for descent and landing, so I already say goodbye to you. I thank you for flying KLM today. I hope you enjoyed the flight.
We got a nice Aussie welcome in the form of our gate number, but that wasn't it. Once we were parked, I noticed a couple of other passengers walk towards the cockpit. It turns out they were trainee pilots, and the captain was more than happy to show them and me around the cockpit. I even got a picture sitting in the boss's seat. How cool was that flight? And to visit the cockpit and sit in the captain's chair at the end of the flight was the cherry on top. Absolutely fantastic. Love those 747s. Now KLM, they were really, really good. Despite the fact that it's 2 abreast business class, the seat really comfortable, and that attention to detail on the catering elements and the food itself, really nice. Crew, also fantastic. So KLM gets a massive thumbs up from me. Thanks for watching. Like this video. As always, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm trying to go viral before my kids do. Thanks for watching and happy travels.